Hey, hello, hello. All right. Hello, everyone. How are you? I hope everyone is doing good. Happy Monday. Kind of raining. I kind of like the previous days, but I guess it will work, right? Hey, guys, my name is Joanna. I'm the creator and founder of Savvy Chic Design, your website branding and system agency, as well as EmpowerSoft, our product, our all in one CRM platform solution that we offer all the things that we offer in terms of an all in one platform, as well as voice AI. Happy Monday, October 6th. Time flies so fast. I just don't know about you all if you feel the same way as me. I hope you are having a good lunch break. If you are in Eastern time zone, a few more minutes before 1 o'clock starts. But we are going to be hopping on because I'd love to chat with you about how can we actually leverage your online website forms for automation and workflow. So, one of the key things that we do is we build website and there's always going to be a contact form, right? And within that contact form, you are then going to be asking some things. But one thing that I've really noticed most of the businesses is they don't really take advantage of that form. They just feel like for the sake of filling it out, either they don't respond to you, you do not know where those forms answers are going, and you don't know where the heck you're going to reply to those customers who actually left you a message. Now, I was asked one time that sometimes the forms that they actually put on their website ends up getting spam, or they get proposals to do X, Y, and Z, be in a podcast guest, but it's not related to their business. So it kind of just makes sense at times that as small business owners, we kind of disregard those forms and um, that's available in our website, but that is such a waste of page if you are not going to leverage that one. So I'm going to give you 5 tips that you can start leveraging your online forms in your website so that you can capture and gather data if that's what you want more to be done in 2026. Because again, right, you did a contact form that it asks for their name, their phone number, their message, because you would love to connect with potential customer. Now, yes, spam or this type of response or answers might be there. So there are some precautionary things that you can actually do. So again, let's talk about leveraging your online website forms and automation for automation and workflow. So the very first thing that I would love to share with you all is you need to have a map, form to workflow map. What this means is that I know we love how the form would look like, what questions we're going to ask, what's color of the page the form will be, but this needs to be that before you get obsessed, right, with the pretty fields or colors, you need to map out what happens after somebody hits the submit button. And for me, that's really most very important as well. So let's go ahead and open my other laptop. Let's go to canva.com. And I love using the whiteboard for this purpose. I just believe that it is much more better. So let me just see if I can switch this one here, which is a little bit bigger. Okay. All right, let me see if I can make myself a little bit smaller. Okay, perfect. All right. So as you can see, right, when you are trying to leverage your forms in your website, the first thing that you would love to take note of is that how are you mapping things? What happens after that form is submitted? Because we're going to do and open some websites that has some forms and see whether it goes somewhere else. Do you get a reply? Do you get any feedback? I have been auditing just random website, leaving some information, and I've never really heard back yet from any businesses that I have reached out. And these are businesses that are really like prominent in their online presence and everything. There are some who automates already and some that does not, so it kind of just really wastes, right? So as I've mentioned, the very first thing that you would love to do is that when you have a form, so normally a form will start with, right, so if you have a form, So let's go ahead and just do this one. So when you have a form, right, most of the information that you ask is name, email, address, message, or whatever it is that is in your business related. So this is the form that you are creating right now. And again, we want to map it. So when they click on submit, right? So here is the thing. We would like to have submit. What action do you want it to have? So for example, when a form is submitted, right? So they click on submit. What action do you want it to do? So I would love to have, so I want the form that was submitted to notify me as an admin of the website or the company that I can be notified, right? So you're just not putting a form in your website for the sake of having a form. You want it to help you out to streamline the leads that you have. Now, for example, after that, do you want a confirmation? The worst thing for me as a user or a client when I provided you my information and I didn't even get any confirmation that you got it, it's like a slap on my face that, hey, I've given you the most important data that I have, which is my name, my phone number, and an email. And there's no even confirmation whether you got it or not. So, what I want to, when I'm mapping it out, what I want my form to do is that to send out an email to that provider, whether it's SMS or whether it is email, that, hey, I got your information and we will get back to you within what number of time, within 24 hours, 48 hours, regardless of how long it is. But if you immediately send out a confirmation, that helps a lot of that lead to be on a lookout on what is next in your contact form or in your form. So let's just go ahead. For example, I submit this and I am going to say email confirmation, right, to client is what I want. Or I also want SMS confirmation to my client or lead, right? Or lead. That's what I would love to do. And then what if as well I'd love to have, oops, I'm just going to do that. Then I'm going to say add a task reminder to manually response to leads inquiry. All right. So that is the map that I would love to do. And the good thing about as well of understanding the power of automating things and also streamlining things is that based on the form and answer, based on the form that they answer, you can then also break it down because each of those form are what we call custom fields, right? And this is where I map in our company, Savvy Chic Design, we map this one out so that when you subscribe to EmpowerSoft, we can have this build for you, which is an additional fee of the subscription, right? So let's go ahead. For example, you ask for a certain question, right? So whether, hey, are you a residential or are you a commercial? So maybe one of the questions that you have, right? So imagine here if you can populate those important information into key things. So this is qualifying, what I call qualifying questions within the form, right? So qualifying question within the form. So for example, in this form, you ask for name, email, phone number, and then maybe you are a painting company or a roofing company And then you are asking here, are you a commercial, residential? Right? So as you can see, these are two information because sometimes the process for residential and the commercial is different. When you actually understand that this key things, you might have two sales team that focus on commercial, that focus on residential. The quote might be different. Those information are very vital already, that you are already using your form in your website to leverage the information that you get from your lead. So for example, this is residential, right? Same thing here is going to be commercial. And then based on their answer, you can then nurture them to maybe book a call with our residential sales team expert, right? Or here as well, book a call with our commercial sales team expert. And then your sales team, right, that are here, sales team, gets assigned this form or lead and then add a task. So you see how we are leveraging this form not just for the sake of, hey, leave your phone number, leave your phone number or leave your information and nothing, right? So that's what we would like to do. So let's go ahead and see if we have. I'm just typing in right now. Give me a moment here. Okay. So I've just look at this. Just went to Google and just trying to see how this company is leveraging. I don't know anything about this company. I'm not a client at all. So they do have a web chat that is perfect. It says request a code, right? And then here, schedule an estimate. Let's see where that goes. It goes to Calendly. Okay, so that's an action that is here. All right, I'm just gonna give everything here. So you can fill out everything here, and then we are gonna submit. So I'm gonna do that one after because there's some information that we're gonna fill this one out and see how long that would give us as well. So when you map things out, just like going back, right? Mapping forms to workflow create a much more better leverage for you. I'm trying to like, where's my mouse? There we go. All right, and stop share. All right, so that's the first thing that you would love to do, right? When you are leveraging your online website forms to automate and workflow, is that form to workflow mapping is very important. The next thing is data hygiene at the door, meaning your form is your gatekeeper for your CRM. So data is really quality. So identify whether do you want to ask first name, next field is last name, or do you want it to be full name? Do you want it to be, for example, email address, phone number? Do you want a postal code? Do you want, what are the information that you want? And when you say message, a message can just be such a broad. But when you create forms and questions that redirects to the intention of the products and services that you are offering, it limits them to go elsewhere with a thought. So let's go ahead and check out one of our website here, which is our agency website for our website and design marketing. And you are going to go here to our contact page if you want. And if you select a time and date, let's just say, for example, so we have indicated that I want the first name and the last name to be broken down. I need a phone number. I need an email address. I need the organization. And you will see that any asterisk means that that is a required field because that is important for me when communicating with a lead. what type of service, right? And it is a required field because these are the things that we offer in our company. We don't offer anything else that is not mentioned in this selection. So it is really intentional. So for example, if you want for website project, which CMS or platform you will be using, these are still the options that we provide into the services that we offer, meaning the platforms when we do. What budget? It allows me to right away see what your requirement is on the previous two questions and what is your budget is. Does it make sense to be able to, are we the right fit when it comes to your budget and to your project and your requirement? It also allows us, are we talking to the decision maker? Are we getting expecting that you're still gathering information, which is okay? Or you're working with a partner or a team that will need to be collaborated when we are doing the scope of work. And how did you hear from us? And then we have done all the disclaimers that, hey, we are going to. So as you can see, our forms are intentional to those who are interested in working with us. We make it easier for them to choose what we offer, and to be able to really say like, hey, this is what how we do things as well. So let me go ahead and move this here. All right. So that's how you want to leverage your forms as well, by asking it, because the forms is the gatekeeper of your CRM and data is quality. So now is that you would love to have a smart trigger. So a smart trigger basically is letting you say that, hey, this is something that you would love to create, because not every lead deserves the same follow up. So if they are asking for this type of service, it may not work the same with the other service that you offer. So for example, like the example that we did, right? We have a residential roofing and maybe a commercial roofing type. What type of roofing service are you at? What type of project will this be, right? You might have a different qualifier for a commercial project. You might have a different qualifier for a residential project. You might ask different questions that might go to a different sales team. It might go to a different type of process. So you see, by having all of this and understanding that when you map things out, you understand the data that you're going to be giving, you're able to create smart triggers and logical conditional logic for each of the leads that are coming through your website form. Next is going to be the user experience meets conversion. So, what I mean by this is that automation is wasted if people abandon your form. So, you want to make sure that the experience of your form as well is not too overwhelming. I had to limit the number of questions that I asked in our form. I just really need the key information, allowing them their first name, their email, their phone number, their business organization, because I'll know whether they're, an established business, a small business starting. So it just kind of gives me that feel and information of data that is being asked, right? And I'm able to segment people. And you also want to make sure that the company or the services that you have, the questions that you are asking is related to also the services that you are asking as well. So it's very important to make sure that the user experience meets conversion, not way too much like it's like a question and answer form that is just like how many questions, just key things, maybe up to 8 will be the most, 10 maybe the most type of questions, that's including the name, email address, and phone numbers, or whatever basic information that you have. And another thing is that analytics and continuous optimization. So when you choose the form builder that you're going to use in your website, you want to make sure that you are able to track the submission of this form. What workflow, what's the driving revenue that gets connected to your customer relationship management. So a lot of people just think of Google Forms, right? Like, yes, Google Forms, Jot Forms. It has evolved already all throughout, but that's one tool that you connect to your website, and then you connect to either Zapier to Zap map things out in information, to connect it into your customer relationship management. So the beauty of what we offer right now as well with EmpowerSoft is that the form is already there, the automation is already there, the landing pages is already there. It really creates a much more seamless experience that all you need to do, whether you have Wix, you have Squarespace, you have WordPress type of website, the form can be embedded into your website, or you can highly just use the website inside EmpowerSoft. And that's where it is. So it's always a good reminder to make sure to leverage your online website form for automation and workflow to convert your leads. It's not just for the sake of leave your phone number and give me a message. And there's no other things that you are, because if you are doing that, you're really wasting a lot of time. So let's go ahead and just do a random check on maybe forms. Let's just see. Let's just check as well. So forms, right? Like let's see their website. All right. So they have get started. All right. So we'll just see here. And let me just fill this one out and remove this one. Oops. All right. That got lost when I kind of just moved. So let's see if I will get. All right. Okay, so that is a quick quote. Okay, so I just submit that one. So let's go ahead and open that website form again for this company. So you'll see that they have a get started, and me per se, I can easily now. This one is okay. Data hygiene at the door, right? The one of my tips when it comes to leveraging your online form. Like these are your gatekeepers. But as somebody who will receiving this form as a sales, like okay, what is it really you are trying? Maybe they can add one more here, like name, email, phone number, and then maybe they can add service you're interested, just like hey, are you residential, looking for residential painting, commercial painting, or are you looking for additional service, like like all of these things. It can be a drop down on that form. Now when I receive the form, it gives me information. Hey customer, how are you doing? We looks like you filled out our form in our website and you're interested in painting cabinets. How many cabinets are we talking? Are we talking about in the kitchen? Are we talking about somewhere else? Right now you're really leveraging your forms in your website, not just for the sake of having a form. And then when you receive it, you're wondering, what is this lead all about? Is it just a spam? Is it just like, something? So you want to make sure that you are leveraging the forms that you have. So as we have it, let me just stop this one as well. So again, when you would love to leverage a form, you first need to map it out. Map things you want your form to be doing for you. Leverage it. When a form is submitted, do you want it to notify you that, hey, there's a form that has been submitted? Do you want to confirm the one whoever submitted it? Hey, thank you so much. We've got your form. We'll get back to you in 24 hours, 48 hours. Do you want it to be in via SMS? Do you want it to be via email? Then do you want your front desk to receive a task that, hey, you have a task to delegate this, or you have a task to call this person back because they left a form, a message on our website? Do you want to identify what is the inquiry about? Is it residential? Is it commercial? Do you want them to book a call with your sales team? Regarding that service, do you want your sales team to be assigned that one? So you see, when you're really intentional of what you want to build into your workflow, and that is the power of having a customer relationship management and planning it out and hiring experts to consult you with a workflow, because you need to use tool to leverage it for your business and not just for the sake of I'm so busy, I have no time, oh, I don't need you right now, I have this already, but you're not using it. So now you are wasting your resources. And I think that's one of the reason why part of the investment that we did is that we are offering EmpowerSoft to local businesses or anyone who's interested to leverage their information of their clients, right? To be able for them to convert, especially as 2026 is entering, because you would like to make the best out of the information that you get and also automate it. Leverage AI, leverage automation, leverage workflow, map things out, make the tool help you, not really stress you out, right? Okay, so if you have any question, you can actually feel free to check us out. You can book a call with me. Let me go ahead and do this here. So if you would love to book a call with me for a consultation, you can go to savvychicdesign.com/Joanna. So you can book a 30-minute consultation with me, whether it's a website, branding, system, CRM, automation, and as well as if you want to do a demo with EmpowerSoft. And if you would love to sign up for a software, currently we have it as with two user, $97. You can go to empowersoft.com. It is our all in one sales and marketing CRM, customer relationship management software that can help with your acquisition and retention activity in your business. So if you want to leverage tools right now in your business, you're tired of multiple spreadsheet, papers, notebooks, or whatever it is that you're writing your leads and your paperwork, let us help you in two ways. Through EmpowerSoft, you can subscribe and use the tool. Another thing is that you can hire us to build the workflow and automation that you want the system to do for you. All right, guys, my name is Joanna. I'm the creator and founder of Savvy Chic Design and the provider of EmpowerSoft. If you have any question, please do feel free to message us. Until next time, I hope you'll start leveraging your online website form for your business. All right, guys, thank you.